Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, back with more Sherlock Holmes, and we're probably going to spend 30 minutes here doing this imagination thing, but now I'm going to do it systematically, and write in my pad, and stuffs. I don't know. My controller works again. I had to, restart the computer. I don't know what it was doing. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to start with, this is always how it goes. He goes to his window, approaches the body. Okay, first one. Let's do shred, shelf, burn, because that's completely random. Okay. Shred, shelf, burn. Go. Now fast forward through this. If it's wrong, I can put an X on that, and it's all good. But yeah, it's gonna be a while with just this. So, I mean, if you don't want to watch this, you can probably, I don't know how long, but you could probably, skip parts of the beginning here of the video or something. I don't know.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Alright, so it's not that one. Next. Get up from bed. Open window. Approach body. Next is shelf, shred, burn. Shelf. Shred. Burn. Go. And if it's none of these, then obviously it's not out of bed window street. That is the correct sequence. Oh, that was the correct sequence.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
And now, I just ask myself, why didn't I think about this earlier? Why is this not the most logical sequence? This is the most logical sequence of events. Oh my gosh. Brain! Obviously, I don't eat and sleep enough or something. I don't know. Books. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Moby Dick by Herman Melville, which I haven't read it myself, but from a friend of mine who read it, it's 80% info about whales and or 90% info on whales or something. I don't know.
Well now, what a find. A precious jewel, concealed inside a book.
Why is it blue?
A bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Holmes just randomly knows things. Whee! Alright. We have that. We have limp, and yeah, lots of stuffs. Alright, Mr. Turner, hello.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something, or someone, in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Oh, really?
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window, as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Alright. Well, we know that. We can read about the case, obviously. A half-moon walk. Young Wiggins of the Irregulars seeks Holmes' advice on a family affair. His elder brother Leighton has been arrested by the police. He is accused in a double murder. We have searched Turner's flat. Alright, so we found a bracelet. That could be something. He's seriously the only one who lives in this house. What? Hey, Wiggins.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
You are a nice little lad. High-class Thornton shoe repairs. Alright. What happens if I go this way? Peoples! Hey, Peoples. Whoa. Apparently no Peoples. Genry and Company. There's something more. Furnitura. I know we can talk to her. Polly Powell. I want to see how far we can go this way. Ooh, hello, mister. Oh, never mind. Alright, Polly Powell. Talk. Speak to me.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Alrighty. Whoop. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Imaginary man. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statement is a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. Yeah, sadly it does. It all does. I'm gonna go with simultaneous shots, because then I have to do something. Maybe? Investigate the ancient bracelet. There was a possible crossfire. Examine the dead bodies and perform a reenactment. We'll see what happens. Wait a minute. I wanna... Oh, reenactment.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Here's a
A
pole.
fairly long pole with a forked end.
One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Select the gunman.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Alright. Let's do it. Hello, pole. I shall take you.
This should be useful.
I think so. Okay, let's examine this wall here. Use pole with lantern. It's really dark. Whoop.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
Hello.
Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Reenact crossfire on Half Moon Street completed. Third shot. 2 victims. Double murder or crossfire. Kenneth Butler and Brian Mercati both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Totes. I do not believe that there's an imaginary man. I believe that the third man is real. Disappearing man. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Reenact Merrill's pursuit with a lamp. Hey Merrill, you said you wanted to help me. Come on.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Okay. Now, who do we play? We are Marrow! Hey, dude! Alright, let's see if we can find Holmes. He can actually run, but we don't want to do that. Okay, he looked in every nook and cranny, he said. Alright. What? Hey, dude!
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Okay. Okay, I'm presuming he's... Oh, he's actually right here. Hello.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Okie dokie. I was gonna say, I thought he would be further in, but apparently he can be anywhere. Alrighty. Well, not in the same places, I'm thinking, but... You know, let's go check everything. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Where does this light come from? I don't know. There's a window or something, I guess. No one here. Come on, hitbox, body. No one here. No Holmes over here. No Holmes over here.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Okay. Corners in sight. Up the walls. If we can assume that there was one more person Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks described by Layton, and attempt to climb the wall. Alright, let's do it. Find the flare gun and climbing equipment.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
I'm all...
Yeah. Where do we find a flare gun? And climbing equipment? Not here, surely. Let's go back to Baker Street. Might be something there, and we can investigate the bracelet and stuffs. Alright. Art and architecture. Oh, here we go. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mutilini have been missing from the museum since 1885.
Here it is.
Oh dear.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
Okay, because that was not your archives. Oh, 1885. They were stolen. They have been missing since 1885. Here. The Strand. A treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawnshop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawnshop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Okay. Probably used a key there. Yeah, sure, let's go to his pawn shop. I have nothing better to do. We still need to find climbing equipment, so like, whatevs. Here we go. Oh! Watson? Watson's like, no, I shall wait outside the gates for you. Oh, hello, dear. Are you a bit drunk? I don't want to talk to you. Hello. Butler's pawn shop.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Yeah. Hello. What? Shelves, examine. Okay.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Hey, climbing equipment. Thank you. I'm sure I'll, give it back at some point in time, maybe pay for it, whatevs.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Ha! Pawn shops of everything. I guess that's sort of the point. Counter. Hey, what is this?
The Ram's Heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Fascinating. Letter. Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece. You still got 'em, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on the Sunday evening before the fireworks. Brian Vercotti. Final use. Flare, pistol, and flares in good working order. Butler's Jewels. Long lost art. 2 victims. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Alright. Right drawer. Ledger.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Okay. I think we're done in here. He has a violin! Holmes knows everything about the differences of different violins. Which is funny. I'm not gonna, you know... What was that? What was that? He's not gonna lock the door, was what I wanted to say, but what was that sound? Hello, people. Okay. Half Moon Street, I think we're going to now. We should talk to Leighton Scotland Yard, too. About Westgate Prison and knowing Vercotti and stuff, obviously. I want to do the flare thing first, though. Yeah, we're here again. Okay. Need to get my bearings here. Whoa.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Wow. Nice. Nice.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin, then. Catch me if you can.
Pretty sure we can't. Oh, okay, we're playing Holmes. Where he might have climbed the wall.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Okay, cool. We're trying that, I guess. Here we go. Oh, sorry, Holmes. Ah!
I can barely see anything.
Ah!
Holmes? Are you there?
No, I'm not here. Wow.
I should try climbing faster.
Ah, my RT button didn't react. No, I'm gonna do this puzzle. I know what I'm doing now.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
No, I'm not here. Shh.
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
He can if it's Sherlock Holmes, or, the mystery man.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
What? Random announcement. I am on my way down. Be ready. Like he was gonna throw himself or something. Alright. Gone Franklin Limited. Wholesale clothing. Alright, let's go in here and check it out. Okay, we're at the top of this building, presumably. Alright. Can't go that way. Oh!
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Hello. Hello, broken window. Pretty sure you're not supposed to look like that. Jacket. Shabby fabric. Black threads.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. It's empty.
Pocket.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Yeah, ripped the whole thing off.
We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Uh-huh. Leighton's innocence. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated in the shooting at Half Moon Street was proven to be true. It's the imaginary man thing that is in the way of the other stuffs. Yeah. Wait, can we... Wall climber. Nope, okay. He's not an imaginary man. Why is that still... What? Are we done here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we have to talk to Leighton and perform some analysis. Vincent Foley, who committed the infamous robbery of the Hellenistic treasures, was imprisoned 10 years ago. The treasures have remained undiscovered up till this day. Let's go to Scotland Yard and talk to Leighton. Maybe that will spark something, trigger something, rather. There we go. Oh, you're new. You're sailor-ish, I guess. Oh, I guess this is the night crowd? Like drunkards and...
Mr. Holmes?
And some sailors. The night crowd. What if Holmes could like be on every single case ever through history in real life? You would like get all the criminals.
Please
always.
Escort this suspect.
That would be so great. It would be like no crime.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Let's see here then. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. No, it's still not Leighton. It's still not Leighton. I refuse to believe for a second that Leighton has anything to do with this whatsoever. He just happened to be there. Baker Street. Yeah. Baker Street! Continue. Right, let's go check these thingies. Actually, no, we shall not. I just realized we're over time, so we'll go analyze and, you know, whatever happens from there next episode. So, thank you all for watching. As usual, it's a longer game, but it's a lot of fun to share and knowing that you guys, you know, watch and whatever, yeah. And yeah, we're nearing the end of the game, so, you know, stay tuned or whatever. I'm gonna shut up, so I'll see you.